Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Last time we found out the truth. Sort of. So the gang was able to get to the underworld. Eventually they made it to Hades, where they realized that Hades was not trying to steal the Master Bolt, but instead he wants to find his helm, and was willing to trade Percy's mother for the helm. But then Percy put it together that the only person who would really want to grab the bolt and start a war between Poseidon and Zeus in order to, because he held a grudge, was Kronos. At which point Hades did want the bolt, but Percy went with the original deal. He's going to go look for the helm. So he and the gang made it back to the surface where they encountered Ares. So it's all coming to a head now as we reach the climax of Book 1. So yeah. Like always, the reaction, no. Well, let's just move on. Actually, sorry. Oh, God, it's late in the day. I'm exhausted. I just finished Barry, and I'm getting all my wires crossed. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the season finale of Percy Jackson. Here we go.
On that day, I'll be right by his side.
Oh, you better be. He's about to fight the god of war.
Which is good.
They trained? They actually trained?
You clearly can't handle this on your own.
Thanks for demonstrating that.
Let's work on that disarm.
So he wasn't just a prodigy in the mock battle. Thank God, at least. Or gods.
Single combat.
What?
What?
Meh.
One-on-one. But I set the terms. If I draw first blood, I keep the bolt and you surrender the helm.
He's very confident.
Any trace of you leaves a trace of my plan, and we can't have that.
It wasn't your plan, though, was it? It was Kronos.
Is he
It was
granddaddy's?
his idea to frame Poseidon's kid. And steal Hades' helm and Zeus's bolt to start a war.
Ares just wants a war.
What? Is that where he got to you, too?
Gods don't dream, little man, and no one tells the god of war how to start a fight.
No.
After you die,
Now he's pissed.
say hi to your mommy for me.
I mean, at least you know where you're going. Whoop! Whoop! Oh! Wait, maybe he's got a plan. Pocket sand! There's so much of it! Oh. The water, though. We're right next to the ocean.
You're not careful.
Ugh.
I'll find out who I am.
Oh! What you gonna do about that? Oh! Oh! It is game, set, and match.
You okay? You
Went
hurt?
for his heel.
And you thought you were just a kid.
Good job.
Yay! That was so cool. Want to know what you really won today? An enemy for life. Congrats.
Don't look at his true form.
Oh. Oh, there's the helm.
Hades sent you to retrieve it. That's been your quest all along.
Oh. And Hades thought he had it.
Good luck on Olympus. Perhaps there will still be a world left for your mother to return to.
Meh.
What does it mean, good luck on?
Oh.
Dude,
We're going home.
No.
I have to.
The original home.
Quest failed. We missed the deadline.
This is bigger than the quest.
Oh, shit. Certainly is quiet on
The
Olympus.
gods are all powerful. But they have to play by the rules.
Yes.
And they create demigods so we can break the rules for them. Yes.
Yeah.
But if we can break rules and they can't, shouldn't they be just as afraid of us as we are of them?
Hmm.
Things that are small and scary get squished.
Yeah. This won't be awkward at all. That's Zeus. This is not what I expected, but damn.
I didn't steal it. Neither did any of my friends.
Hmm.
We found it. I had to tell you who did steal it. It was Kronos.
That's some shit.
Kronos wants you to fight my father. He wants you both weakened.
I will not be weakened by my brothers.
You already are.
Ooh.
Your family is a mess. They don't support you because they love you. They obey because they're afraid.
I mean,
How afraid of you do you think they'll be when your dad shows up looking to put you back in your place?
oh! Woo! Last
I surrender.
possible second.
Just spare my son.
Your forbidden son, who should have never been born.
The same as your Thalia,
Yeah, hello.
whose bravery still inspires all demigods. Perseus is one of those heroes, and has shown a measure of that bravery today.
Meh. He's got the cojones.
Se lo soy aperto, Patros.
Meh.
Ares, Hades, Hermes de Togarun.
Dude, they're actually fucking speaking Greek.
Oi, Panthers.
Yeah.
Make sure I never see this one again.
Whew. Okay, I don't know if that worked, but let's just say it worked.
Obedience doesn't come naturally to you, does it?
Wonder where he gets it from.
Sure.
I must take some of the blame, I suppose.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
The sea does not like to be restrained.
Yeah.
The only word I really got. It means father.
Chiron has taught you well.
I didn't learn it from Chiron.
Your mother taught you ancient Greek.
She taught me a lot of things. Can I ask you a question? Ares said gods don't dream.
Ares is a moron.
Yeah.
Perhaps you noticed. Of course we dream. What do you ask?
Do you ever dream about Mom?
You should be going.
Oh. Damn it. Hey man, his face said 1,000 words. Oh. He's back at camp. Yay, hugs. Where's Grover?
You stopped the war. You
Yeah.
saved the world.
Barely.
Now I tell Chiron and finish cleaning up the mess. I told him we needed to meet him away from the celebration, so we can talk without any of Clarice's supporters noticing.
I'll keep an eye on Clarice while you're gone. Make sure she isn't going anywhere.
Great. And we'll meet back here. Ready?
You ready to find the person who stole the Master Bolt? Oh, thank God, light.
You never said anything to Chiron about her. Did you?
You figured it out.
Because you knew that Clarice didn't steal the bolt. You did.
My boy's being smart.
Find it on me. So when the shoes you gave me pulled me down into Tartarus, the bolt would be delivered right to Kronos.
Damn. Shit. The tear, though.
I didn't think you'd give him to Grover to wear.
Meh.
I am your friend, Percy. None of this was meant to betray you.
Finally. All my knowledge is gone now.
And they couldn't care less what we want. They're bad parents, Percy. And they've gotten away with it for far too long.
This isn't you. This is Kronos. He got to you.
No, he opened my eyes to the truth.
Why is he any better?
The Golden Age. That's what they called it when he ruled. They're gonna help Kronos bring the Golden Age back.
Who called it that? Him?
Our parents aren't perfect, but they're trying their best. I met your dad.
Yeah, that pissed him off. Uh-oh.
Last chance.
Oh! Oh!
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh! Oh my God, they both got hit. Oh! Oh, good.
Annabeth.
Shared everything.
I heard everything.
Oh my gosh! Damn. Well,
I may not be gone long.
where are we going?
I just need to see if Hades has returned her yet.
Oh.
And you're certain that you won't accept an armed escort?
Meh.
I told you I don't think Luke wants to kill me.
I don't think he does either. That's what scares me.
Meh.
He wants to show me New York City first, so I'm gonna pretend I haven't been there.
Meh.
And then someplace called Disney World, which kind of sounds like Waterland, but less determined to kill you.
A bit.
Oh. Is that your searcher's license?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Officially authorized to begin the quest for Pan.
Yay. Aww.
Percy.
Oh. Oh. Yay. Let's go.
It's time to wake up.
Oh, crap. It didn't work. It didn't work. Oh.
Are you serious?
Eh.
We're still doing this?
Yeah.
I won. You lost.
For now.
Your survival is the key to my return.
Okay, well that's a problem
No
then.
kidding, kiddo. Time to wake up. No, come on. Breakfast awaits. 7th grade awaits. Let's get this party started.
Oh, God, 7th grade.
Do you have another nightmare?
Grandpa.
Meh.
Don't call him that. All right. What did he say this time?
He said,
Okay, so it did work. He just had a dream.
Don't forget to tell your mom how much you love her today.
Kronos, Lord of the Titans, said that.
I mean, he could have.
Aww. But seriously, you should tell her what he said.
The stories you heard about Greek gods, heroes, and monsters.
Why are those pancakes so blue?
I'm here to tell you they're real.
Is it just the blueberries?
And you might be a part of our world. So don't give up. Because we might need you for the fight ahead.
Let's go. Lance Reddick. Oh, is that who played Zeus? Oh man, and he died. No. Okay. I thought I recognized that guy from something.
You call yourself a lawyer? This is outrageous. My wife
Oh,
is
Gabe.
divorcing. No, I mean, do you know how to pick a lock? Hello?
He's not the lock-picking lawyer.
Hello? Turn to sender.
Oh no.
To Percy Jackson from the gods.
Oh no.
You. Oh, well, that is gross.
Oh no. Okay. You know, this version of Gabe did not deserve that at all. Alright. Well, I tried looking up the person that's voicing Kronos, but I don't recognize him, so. Okay. Boy, there was a lot of stuff going on in that episode, I must say. Man, this version of Gabe doesn't deserve that, because people have pointed out that in the book, that is not how Gabe is like. Like, he's more, like, sleazy, and he's actually abusive and everything, and that's to the point of, like, you know, trying to keep Percy's scent away from monsters and stuff. I do remember that, though, being the ending, but this version of Gabe, I mean, he was just a schlub, you know? He's just some schlubby dude who, you know, whose job was fantasy football, you know? Like, I don't know if he necessarily deserved that ending, so. Oh well. It's a minor point. Nobody cares. Or maybe someone does. I don't know. I don't care. Alrighty, that is the end of Season 1. That is the end of Season 1. Man, and again, it's like, you know, here's me and my 15-year-old knowledge of this book. All I remembered was Luke, you know? All I remembered was that Luke was the lightning thief, you know? Like, I don't remember a battle with Ares. I don't remember the helm. I don't remember stuff, you know? And now that we're past the first book, I'm, like, my knowledge is incredibly limited, you know? Now, I'm sure it's going to be at least a year before Season 2 comes out, but I do not... I don't... So next up is Sea of Monsters. Okay, I'm trying to think of what I remember. Sea of Monsters. I do remember, like, we're getting one of the new characters that we'll get. Important new character for Percy, especially. I don't even remember what the third and fourth books were called, you know? I remember that the fifth book is called The Last Olympian. And I remember that not being as big a deal as it sounded. Like, I remember it was just like something that was like said, like, oh, it's the last Olympian. And I remember being just kind of like, oh, okay. So, but that was it. Like, that's all I remember from that. So, yeah, that's literally all I, like, here, I'm at least going to look up what the third and fourth books are called, because I don't remember what those are. Okay. The Lightning Thief, The Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, The Last Olympian, and 2 new ones, recent new ones as well. The Chalice of the Gods and The Wrath of the Triple Goddess, both coming out within the past year. Okay. The 6th novel in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series serves as a follow-up to the original 5 books, taking place after the events of the Heroes of Olympus, but before the trials of Apollo. What's the Heroes of Olympus? Olympus. It's late in the day, man. I'm losing it. Series can be read as a standalone volume, but meant to be read after Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Riordan introduces Roman mythology in the series alongside several new characters, primarily from the Roman camp Jupiter. The first book in the series was The Lost Hero. The final entry was The Blood of Olympus. The story is continued in the sequel series, The Trials of Apollo. Well, okay, so there's 5 of those. The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, and The Blood of Olympus, which are then followed up by Chalice of Gods and Wrath of the Triple Goddess. Man. Well, man, I kind of want to read those, you know? I stopped after The Last Olympians, and I never read the... I kind of knew that there was something about, like, introducing the Roman gods, but I didn't know how that worked, so... See, there's a part of me that's like, well, I'm tempted to actually pick those books up and read them and potentially reread the first 5 books because it's been so long. On the other hand, I'm also thinking, boy, it's nice to be blissfully unaware of what's happening in this show despite knowing the story, you know? Like, again, pretty much... After this season, I don't really know too many details, you know? Like, I don't remember anything from Book 3 and Book 4. And I only vaguely remember things from Book 5. So, like, there's a part of me that's like, well... There's a part of me that's like, well, maybe I'll just keep it like this so I can, you know, keep reacting to these seasons fresh. Although, I don't know how... That, you know, like, every day I kind of think to myself, I wonder how long this channel's going to last, you know? Because that's... If we do that, that's 4 more years, you know? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. But I guess in the meantime, the channel's still here, so we'll stick with the show for now. I'll stick with the show for now. So, okay. So, okay, normally we go into the notes, and we are going to go into the notes. Can I just, like, look up, though? Jackson show. Can I just, like, look up a review of this show? Because I remember... I remember I got recommended like a 3-hour video on why this show was a disappointment, and I don't know. Like, I thought it was really good. Like, Okay, so here, I mean, this is a YouTube video, but Disney's Percy Jackson and the Olympians isn't great. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, okay, here's something better. No, don't allow DRM content. God. Here's a headline. Percy Jackson and the Olympians isn't faithful to a fault, and it deserves a 2nd season. Yeah. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple more positive people. Okay, let's go on the basis of the first one I saw there. Percy Jackson and the Olympians isn't great. But it is good. I wonder if that's what the YouTube video says, is that it's not great, but it's at least good. Like, here's the thing. This was a solid first season. Now think about what that means. A solid first season. How many times are first seasons incredibly shaky? But nowadays, I feel like if anyone has a problem with this series, I don't even think it's the series itself. I think the problem is our current, like, streaming culture. Like, with the way streaming has changed how shows and movies are made, particularly TV shows, I feel like if something isn't perfect, then it's dead, basically, you know? Whereas this was good. This was good. This was solid, you know? It's a good basis for the beginning of the story. And I know that the next 4 seasons are all going to build on top of this. And by the end of it, you're going to look at this and think, that was really good. You know, we're not to the best stuff in this, you know? But it's almost like shows now, like, think back, like, Star Trek The Next Generation, you know? The first 2 seasons of Star Trek, a lot of first seasons of Star Trek, kind of rough. But then they get so much better, you know? But maybe that's a problem with just how we do streaming now, that it's like, no, you have to be perfect from the beginning, you know? I hope this gets a second season, you know? So that it does improve everything, even though I really did like everything here, you know? But think about shows where, you know, even though I don't personally believe this, like shows like The Mandalorian, where it started off perfect for a lot of people, and then by the end of season 3, there are so many people that are like, this show is dead, it's awful now. It's like, now we're in a reverse of the old Star Trek thing, where Star Trek used to be, with a lot of shows back then, not just Star Trek, but with a lot of shows back then, it was, you know, the first couple seasons, shaky, but hey, in a couple seasons, you're getting some of the best stuff you can, you know? Whereas now, I feel like there's a lot of shows that start off incredibly strong, and then just sort of peter out, you know? I'm going to put out there that a lot of CW shows were like that, you know, the Arrowverse shows. Arrow, The Flash, the first couple seasons of those, I thought were really, really good. And then, especially with The Flash, just took a nosedive, you know? So that's the thing, where it's like, where now you get this season, this first season of Percy Jackson, that's really solid, honestly. You know, good 7.5 out of 10, you know? But I think a lot of people are going to look at that and say, well, that was good, but there's nothing, like, they're not going to, I don't know. Let's just talk about the friggin' episode. The bottom line is I thought this was good. So we had the combat with Ares, which was good. He drew blood, even if it pissed Ares off. So, which Ares, I guess Ares isn't even evil. He's just, I mean, he's just a meathead, basically. You know, he just wants a war, so he'll help Kronos, but, well, yeah. I don't know. I want to see Athena. Like, I think that would be really cool. If we saw Athena, and then we could sort of gauge more of the dynamic between Ares and Athena, because they have this sort of rivalry going on, you know? Or at the very least, he hates Athena, you know? But, I mean, he's definitely a meathead, so... But, hey, Percy did hit a god, so... Pissed him off to no end. And they got the helm. They got the helm and delivered it to Hades. And I like how that's why. It's like, oh, that's why the Furies were going after Percy. Is not because they were trying to find the lightning bolt. they were trying to find Hades' helm, which he thought Percy stole, you know? So he thought that Percy stole his helm so that he could steal the Master Bolt. He didn't care about taking the Master Bolt until Kronos was brought up, but he did want his helm back. So that was interesting. And then we went to Olympus. Percy went to Olympus to meet Zeus. Oh boy. Hey, you gotta give him credit. It's really sad that we're not going to see Lance Riddick as Zeus again, because damn, he was intimidating, you know? He was incredibly intimidating. I guess though they could probably like write it away easily, at least with getting a new actor for Zeus, because mainly because, you know, they had the whole thing of, you know, Ares' true form. Don't look straight at his true form. So they can take whatever form they want. So, but it's a shame because I thought he was really good, you know. And again, like maybe one good thing that was in the movie version was Sean Bean as Zeus. Sean Bean's a really good actor, so like he has that sort of commanding presence. He was like the only person there who was really trying, I felt like. I don't know. So, but here it's like, you know, as he kept getting closer, it's like, okay, it's a guy in a suit. All right, that's interesting. That's an interesting choice. But then, just as he started talking, he's like, ooh, this dude's terrifying. I mean, just that boy. He was like, it's terrifying. Percy with the cojones, though, to stand up to him. But that was great. And it is good that Zeus was originally going to let him live, you know, because of the news of Kronos, like, but even still, it's like, you know, Percy had to press about that war. It's like, there's no point, you know, just saying how futile it was. And even then, just that message never got to Zeus because, you know, Poseidon came in, thank God, or thank him, I guess, but Poseidon came in and surrendered. And then after that, he's like, oh, we'll have a council meeting. We will discuss the crushing victory, your crushing defeat, and my overwhelming victory, and then we will deal with family business. Like, motherfucker, like that is not the point. That was not the point here, you know. That was not the point here. It's like oh, crushing defeat. He fucking surrendered. But it was probably for the best, you know. It was for the best that Poseidon surrendered, you know, that there wasn't a large-scale war, but hey, he did it to protect Percy. I like how he specifically calls him Perseus. That was pretty cool. So that was good, because I mean, you know, Percy going up there with the, you know, having the brass, basically. The brass to get down to brass tacks with Zeus is something, but if Poseidon didn't step in, he was going to be dead, you know? So that was great. And then the talk between Percy and Poseidon was really good. I did like the whole thing of, you know, do God's dream, you know? It's like, oh, Ares, like, Ares said that gods don't dream. Ares is a moron, you know? But I like that as, like, you know, of course God's dream. Does he dream of Sally? And I did like that it's like, you know, he couldn't say the words, but man. And it's interesting because it's like, you know, with the whole thing of, you know, forbidden children or just children in general, I guess, are we to imply that Percy is Poseidon's only forbidden child, like, ever? Like, because the genuine care, you know, and the love he has for both Percy and Sally is just, like, you don't see it with anything else, you know? So it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. Like, because obviously, you know, last episode we had Krusty. He was a son of Poseidon, but I don't know. Maybe he's just not a demigod, you know? Maybe Percy is the first demigod son of Poseidon, you know? But that was crazy. And then we got what we were building to the entire time. Luke was the lightning thief. Luke was the lightning thief all along. Hang on. There is a hair on my tablecloth, and it's not coming out, and it's driving me insane. Okay, I got it. So, the prophecy came true. So, I guess the thing of, like, you will fail to save the thing that's most important. What is that exactly? Because he worried that it would be his mother, but I don't know. I don't actually know. Maybe I missed something. So you guys can let me know in the comments. It's entirely possible. I'm pretty sure I just missed it, but I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know, but it's interesting, isn't it? But Luke was the one who betrayed him, so, and he had his sword backbiter, which was interesting, and was able to create a portal basically out of camp. So, so Luke was the lightning thief. I mean, all right, that was like the one thing I remembered from this book. That was pretty much it, you know. That was like the only thing I really remembered. But yeah, it is still very interesting. I will say, it's not the most obvious, you know. It's not the most obvious. I mean, it's obvious that it's not Clarice, but if I didn't know, I'm not sure if I would have fully put together that it was Luke. I mean, there's not really any other candidates, but I don't think I fully would have put that together, you know? So, but Luke doesn't want to kill Percy. He wants to recruit Percy. That's the thing. Because if the son of Poseidon joins Kronos, that's pretty bad. That's pretty powerful. So, but yeah. And then that's our lead into next season, is the war with Kronos. Kronos is coming back, which, I mean, if you're going to have a villain in a story about the Greek gods, yeah, it'd probably be Kronos. I'm glad it's not Hades, you know? As much as Hercules is a great movie, Hades isn't an evil guy, you know? And I like that they portray that here, you know? He's the ruler of the underworld, but it doesn't mean he's a bad guy. In fact, he's pretty nice. He offers refreshments and snacks when you visit, so. But yeah. Still good. I really enjoyed this season. I hope you guys did too, and I'm excited to see where we are going in Season 2, The Sea of Monsters. So, that is pretty much it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Percy Jackson reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.